Well, hey crafty friends, and happy Friday to you. On this episode of DIY Dreaming, we are going to do parts 2 and parts 3 of our duck cloth or canvas carrot door hangers and bowl fillers, and oh my goodness, they are turning out so absolutely adorable. I just can't wait to show you. So as you're hopping on, say hello so I know I'm not just standing in my craft room talking to my cell phone. Feel free to sprinkle, feel free to ask questions, all that normal good stuff. Okay, so where to even start? Oh my word, my head is swimming with carrots. Okay, since I was with you yesterday, I have been playing around with this carrot. This was the one that I showed you guys yesterday, and it is super cute, but it has a little drooping problem. And also I decided I didn't want this shape of a top. I mean, it's super darling. I'll probably glue something like a craft stick or something on the back of it to hold this flat, and then I'll figure out how I want to hang it. But I wanted to do a big one also that had the stripes. So I'm going to walk you through what I did, then we'll move on to the next part. Then we'll glue it, stuff it, and all that. And then we'll start on the little ones, the bowl fillers. And they are even cuter. Oh my goodness. Okay, so first thing I did was I took some canvas duck fabric. It's like a thick canvas. It's not waterproof. I've had that question. It's just a real thick canvas. And I prefer to get it at Walmart in their fabric section off of a bolt because it's around $6 a yard. And if you buy this somewhere else, like Joann's, for example, it's going to be around $16 a yard. So if you're wanting to do some of these stuffy projects that I've been showing, I suggest you look at your local Walmart and that you get about 3 yards because you're going to want, once you start, you're going to want to keep doing it. So there's nothing specific about this. I will measure it though, because I know people will ask me. This is just sort of a shape that looks like a carrot. And I cut a front and the back. We're not going to do anything to the back. I'm going to leave it plain canvas. Okay, so this is 17 inches this way. And at the very top, it is about 13 inches at the very top this way. Okay, and so first thing I did was, trying to remember, I painted the whole entire thing white. And I used this paint right here. It's Waverly. It says chalk paint, but it's matte finish, no prep acrylic paint. And I get mine in the craft department at Walmart. And this big thing was around $6 or $7. Okay, so I painted the whole entire thing white and I let it dry. And then using some painter's tape, I just taped off my lines. And I wanted my lines to be going down, not completely straight across, if you know what I mean. Okay, and then the spaces that I had left, I painted one coat of this. It's Waverly also from Walmart. This is a great color. It's called Pumpkin. And this is also an acrylic paint, matte finish, no prep, but it says chalk on there, but it's really an acrylic paint. I don't know why, maybe it gives a chalky looking finish, but it's not chalk paint. But by all means, you can use absolutely whatever kind of paint you want to paint your canvas. Just don't use paint on the stencils. Okay, so then, and we're gonna do some of this on these littler ones, so you'll be able to see exactly how it's done. Okay, and then I took, I bought this set of little, they're called spouncers, isn't that funny? Of spouncers, and it has 3 different sizes. Again, from Walmart. Why do I shop at Walmart so much? People ask me that all the time. I don't like especially love Walmart, although the craft section at my store is pretty good. But it's like 2 miles from my house, and it's just so much easier to pop in there in the craft department and then go grab some groceries. Okay, so this is what I used, and I used this big one, and I just poured some black Waverly matte finish, no prep acrylic paint, and it's called ink. I poured that on a paper plate, and we'll do this so you'll see it on the little ones. And I just dipped my pouncer in there, and then I set them down in the various spots and kind of twirled it and twisted it. They're not perfect, and there's no pattern to how I did them. It's just completely random. And you might notice that some of them I did where they were falling off the edge. Okay, so that was the next step. And then when that was all dry, I did my favorite thing in the world to do. I did squiggles and dots, and squiggle dot dot dot, and I did bubbles, and I did all this fun additional stuff that I tell you what, this is what makes the project, I think. Like, look at this. It's the little squiggle dot dot dot, squiggle dot dot dot, and the little bubble things that you put inside of your circles that just add so much. This is a crafting essential, if you ask me. It's a set of ink pens and chalk paste pens. And they're from magnoliadiy.com. And if anyone wants this, I would be glad to get you a direct link so you don't have to hunt them down. But this is the best investment. I use them all the time. Looking around my craft room, I have them on a lot of different things. Almost all my stuffies have these. So I used the black and the white, this time, ink pens to do the squiggle dot dot dots, and we'll do this on the smaller one. I just needed this to be dry so I could handle it and we could glue it, okay? And then I also, just for fun, I did this on the top of and bottom of the lines, the orange, you see that? Okay, so that is what I did. And let's talk now about the top real quick. Okay, this is initially what I had, and it did turn out pretty darn cute. But you know what? This looks like a pineapple top. So I think this summer we're gonna have to do pineapples. Or maybe before summer. Anyway, so look how cute that is. How did I get this shape? I just sketched it in a real messy form on a piece of computer paper. And I laid it on top of 2 layers of my canvas, and I put pins on it and I cut it out. But I don't think this is the right shape in retrospect for a carrot. I think a better shape for a carrot is something that looks like this. And I opted to not make mine be symmetrical. Okay, so then what I did is I used my also Waverly brand acrylic matte finish no prep paint in a color called Moss. And I cut this out and I painted the front of it. And then I did the exact same thing. Squiggle, dot, 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 squiggle, dot, dot, dot. And I used a smaller spouncer. I think it was it this size? Yeah, it was the littlest one. It comes in this pack. And I did the little dot, the little round polka dots. And then I used the white and black pins to do all the rest of the decorating on here. And I threw in some extra little dots. Isn't it cute? What do you guys think? Oh my goodness. Thank you all so much for the stars. Wow, that's so kind of you. I so appreciate it. Okay, so stay with me because we're gonna do this. We're gonna take it to completion and it's gonna be adorable. and then we're gonna do the little bowl fillers. So I'm doing part 2 and part 3 of these stuffed carrots all in one video, just because I think it'll make more sense that way. Okay, so let me get my little glue gun out. We're gonna stuff this first. And let me grab some polyfill. This is what I'm using. Polyfill, Crafters Polyfill, dry polyester packing. You can use something like this. You can use squished up plastic grocery bags. Did you know that? You can take a pillow apart that you don't love anymore. So you don't necessarily have to have this, but I like this kind because it's kind of stiff. Let's see, does it say anything about it? It's 20 ounces. I don't know if that makes any difference. This also came from Walmart. Okay, so let me get my glue gun over here. We're using my Surebonder low temperature hot glue gun. This is a project that you definitely want to use a low temperature hot glue gun for, because you don't want to get burned. And I want to show you one thing. Where's my little, okay. When I cut this out, it was on the fold, so I just didn't even bother to cut that. That's one less thing that I have to glue. But I'm going to glue most of this except for one side, and then we'll stuff in through one side. So let me think, which is the best side to, I think we'll leave this side open right here. Move this big guy out of the way. Let's see, is this question? I thought you were making slices of pizza at first. Yeah, it could be. It could also be candy corn. It's pretty close to that shape as well. And I did a candy corn last fall. So I'm just running a bead of glue pretty close to the edge, and then I'm pushing it down into the glue. We're gonna leave this part right here open so we can stuff it. Okay, where's my glue stick? So what is everybody up to this weekend? If you're watching this on replay, by the way, hello to you also, and happy whatever day of the week it might be for you also. People who are watching this live are watching this on a Friday. Let's see what else you guys are saying. I have 268 eyes watching. I know, isn't that crazy? Yay! This kind of looks like a cactus. I think somebody said that. It also kind of looks like the shape that sea coral is. Okay, let's finish gluing this and get it stuffed, and then we'll start on the big carrot door hanger. You will notice, by the way, this one not so much, but when you paint canvas, it tends to shrink just a little bit. Okay, let me grab some polyfill, and I'm going to kind of tear it apart a little bit so that it will go in nice and not be clumpy and lumpy. And, oh, this might not be so easy to stuff, but I don't want the top to be super duper full. It's so cute already. So I'm going to show you guys everything. Cheryl says she's staying home with the grandchildren and crafting and staying warm. Is it cold where you are? I'm in Georgia, and we're supposed to have like super cold weather, which for us is, you know, not the same as the rest of the country. We're kind of winter babies here in the South. But anyways. It's 1 degree in Wisconsin. Oh, Karen. Oh my goodness. That sounds terrible. I mean, if you had a lot of beautiful snow, it would be fun, but if it's just 1 degree, I wouldn't even want to go outside. I don't even want to go outside during the winter anyways. Okay, let's just get this puppy stuffed. And we're going to glue this to both the front and the back of the carrot. Okay, so let's glue this little puppy shut. So when I'm all finished, my glasses are falling off. If anyone wants the links to these pins, just let me know in the comments and I'll get you a direct link. So you can go right there and you don't have to fool around with looking all over the website. Those seriously are, and they're not expensive. They're like, I don't remember, $16 or $17 or something like that. Don't quote me if they're 18, but they're not terrible for 6 awesome pins that last forever. Okay, so now let's do our carrot, and we need to think about how do we want to hang it. And I think what I'm going to do when I'm all done is I'm just going to do a loop, a small loop on the back, probably right here. So it will hang up and down straight. But I wanted to show you some other options. Okay, you could use something like this. This is that nautical rope that you can get from Dollar Tree. I always grab it when I see it there because it's not always there and it's super useful. You could use something like this. This is an orange and white baker's twine. I have absolutely no idea where this came from. Or you could use something like this, natural polished hemp. This is what I use for everything, and probably what I will end up doing is I'll just make a little loop like this, smaller probably actually. I want it to fit over the top of I have one of those wreath hanger things on my front door. I want it to be a big enough loop to do that, but I'll probably just end up gluing it like on the back of this part. Okay, so I'm not going to worry if this one is floppy or not. Okay, so let's start with our carrot top. And I am going to definitely have to trim this carrot up because boy, oh boy, it really shrunk. Okay. I want to be pretty heavy with the glue for this part. Oh, let me move this because I'm just realizing that you can't see my gluing. And I'm also going to see if I can adjust this down. How strong is this hot glue? It's very strong. I haven't had any issues with it breaking down or melting or coming loose or anything like that. Okay, and then I'm going to put a good blob of it on the front, and we're going to have glue strings for days, but that's okay. Just a little bit. Okay, so this is where we're heading. What do you think? Is that not the most adorable thing, you guys? And this is just your basic canvas duck fabric that we painted with acrylic paint, the design, and I used the spouncers and some paint to create the stripes and the little polka dots. And then I used these pins to doll it up. I mean, it's so super simple and it's such an affordable project to do. I'm just trying to get this where I can manage it. Just running my glue. I'm going to probably leave the bottom of it open to stuff. And you can see right here, that it has shrunk. So I will just trim that excess off before I stuff it. And since my top that I painted is a little bit smaller because it shrunk, I'm putting the glue on that part. These little ones are going to be super adorable too. Oh my gosh. So they would go great in a dough bowl, or they'd just be a cute sit about. Or if you do the 2-tiered tray, oh shoot, I forgot. I forgot and glued the bottom. We'll have to leave the side open. Oopsie. So there's tons of different things that you could do with these little ones. And I have some that are, I'm going to show you from the start, and then I'm going to show you how to doll them up. So, just so you know, I have been working on this project for 2 days to get everything right and to get it to the point where I can show you everything, you know, every step along the way. Okay, so here is our carrot. And I'm going to very quickly trim off the excess on the side. And let me just tell you that it is, I have done it both ways. It is definitely easier to trim it before you glue than after. But you can always come back and make it neater if you need to. So I'm not going to fuss with this too much because I don't want you guys to have to wait. The other side is where it could be a problem. See, here, we definitely want to cut that back off. I'm going to say that is good enough. Okay, let's stuff this puppy. And I left the side open because I forgot and glued the bottom shut. I'm not going to worry so much about separating the fibers here on this polyfill because this is a big area to stuff. Today I posted pictures of all, well not all, but the majority, well not even the majority, a bunch of the different stuffies and door hangers and bowl fillers and things that I've made over the last couple of years. So I hope that you had a chance to look at that. Okay, so she's been watching a while and she's placed 2 orders and she loves all the products. Oh, thank you, Faith. I so appreciate that. I love them too. Yeah, and you know what? Here's something about Magnolia, and it's in contrast to some other companies out there. They try, and they usually are completely able to get orders going out of their door within 2 business days. That's pretty quick. And then depending on how far away from North Carolina you live, it generally does not take very long to get what you ordered, which is really nice. You were binge watching all night, Lynn. Oh my gosh, are you tired of me? I hope you were watching some other crafters too, because I get tired of me. Okay, we're getting there. And the little ones won't take so long to stuff. They also won't take so much stuffing. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. We could do a fun ribbon, and I may come back and do that. Or I may not, because this is pretty adorable right now. And I like my stuffies not overfilled. That's just me personally. So, so I don't fill them as full as what you could if you really wanted to. I just put a little band of glue in there, and then I'm kind of pushing my two pieces together like a sandwich. Sometimes you can get a little pucker, but that's no big deal. And sometimes the little stuffing can kind of want to poke out. Okay, so this is not as floppy because of the way I did it. And probably what I will do is I will do some kind of a hanger, just with a little thing like this. So I can just hook it over the little wreath hanger thing that's on my door. Okay, I do want to mention one thing before we move on to the little bowl fillers. Okay, before you put it outside, do a light coat twice of a clear matte sealer. You can use either gloss if you want it glossy or matte. These are Rust-Oleum 2x Ultra Cover Clear Matte Sealer. Of course, because I seem to get almost all. Oops, I don't know, I lost you for a second. I get this at Walmart and it's like $4. So I would do 2 light coats on it. And then these little guys can be used outside, but on a covered area. They are not going to hold up to rain or snow. So don't put them like where they're going to actually come in contact with the elements. You could also hang this over a door inside the house. It'd be super cute. Or put it with one of those command hooks on a mirror. There's a lot of different things that you could do with it. Pretty cute, huh? Here was the first one. I think they're both adorable. This one I did do kind of a little ribbon on it. I like this one better, but they're both pretty cute. And I could actually hang this one with something right here too, and then it would be just fine. Okay, let's proceed now to our little ones. Oh my gosh, okay. So, these are made the exact same way as the big ones. And basically what I did was I took a piece of computer paper and I sketched the size of a carrot that I wanted. And it's on 2 pieces, so when I cut it, I'll have a front and a back. Okay, and then I sketched out the little green stuff that's gonna go on the top. And again, you'll notice I did not do it symmetrical. I think it looks better that way, but it's totally up to you. So what I would do is I would cut these guys out, okay, and then you need to decide what you want to do next. And with mine, I just used, by the way, if you're just hopping on now and you're wondering what in the world is she doing, when I'm all finished, come back and watch this from the very beginning. Because then you'll understand the whole project. But this is number 2 and number 3 combined of how to make these stuffies using canvas, duck fabric, and paint for door hangers and for bowl fillers. Okay, so I used this orange, which is called Pumpkin, and I painted one generous coat on each piece. This one, then I took the same painter's tape and I taped them off. We're gonna decorate this one so you can see the process. But so I taped it off and I put white on this one, and I used the spouncer. Let's see, where did I put those? These guys, also from Walmart, the medium size in white paint, and I did polka dots on it. And you're gonna notice that the edges are kind of gonna want to roll up a little bit, and that is just what it does. It's okay. You can bend them back so it's the right shape, but they do want to do that for some reason. And they take a couple of hours to dry. So I would just, what have I got going on here? These are the backs. Okay, so this is one that I cut out before, and I'm going to show you how to do that. And then we're going to proceed on this one, and then we're going to put these, do the decorations and put these two together. Okay, so I only need the front. You can do the back if you want. Oh, shoot. Okay. I was about to say shoot. I am using these cruddy brushes from Dollar Tree that work great for this kind of a project. They look like this. They come a package of 3. I'm just drying this one off because I just washed it out, and I'm painting off of a paper plate. We're not fancy here, not at all. So I'm going to put a little glump of orange paint on here. This Waverly paint, just so you know, it is pretty thick, and you can give it a little mist. This is my Magnolia mister with regular water, but I have distilled water in here, but that works too. Okay, so let's just take some of this. I don't want to mess up my little silicone mat because I have other steps to do, but normally I would just paint right on here. And then when I'm done, I would just spray it with water and use a paper towel, and everything comes off. They're great. But so we're going to paint on this because, just because. Okay, so this is super simple. You just want to give it a very generous coat. I'll hold it up in just a second. Easier to paint when you're just on a silicone surface because it doesn't slip around. When I have some glue strings stuck there. Okay, and that's it. Then you let it dry before you move on to the next step. Okay, where can I put this? Let's just set it right there. All right, so then we have the option to create either another polka dot or stripe. I think we're going to do a polka dot because I want to show you that. The stripes are super easy. Okay, so I'm going to take a little bit of white paint, and just in case you're just hopping on, just so you know, this is acrylic paint. You don't want to ever use this on your stencils. You want to always use chalk paste or ink because this stuff dries really fast, and the stencils from Magnolia DIY, they have like really, really tiny pores or holes in them. They're mesh, like a silk screen, and this will dry before you're even finished doing it, and paint is permanent. When it dries in those holes, it is permanent. And yeah, it's a bummer. So we'll go on from this step in just a minute, but I'm going to show you with this one that's dry. Yeah, it's a super bummer. So I know it would be nice to be able to use the same stuff on your stencils, but I have some stencils that I've had for 2 years that I've used 50 or 60 times. And you don't want to shorten the life of your stencil. Okay, these three are going to go together. So just to make it fun, I'm going to do a bigger polka dot. And I'm just going to go right out of the lid. Okay, then I need something to sort of tap it off with. So I'm just pushing it down and then I'm twirling it. Dun, ta-da! This really does kind of look like a piece of cheese pizza, doesn't it? I'm going to do just a side one where it's falling off the edge. I need some more paint on this one. Let's see. It's not quite a circle, it's more of an oval. Okay. Okay, so this is going to be super cute along with this one and this one. They're going to be adorable. All right, and I'm going to set this over here to dry so I don't mess it up. Okay. So let's go on to the next step, which if you ask me, the next step is the really fun step. And let me get this off my silicone mat here real quick. Where can you get these silicone mats? I've had that question a lot also. This is water. One of my followers sent this to me, but you can order them on Amazon and you can get whatever color you like and whatever size you like. They're used by people who bake and also crafters. So you can look for a craft silicone mat or a baking silicone mat, and they come in different sizes, and yeah. Okay, so we're going to add a little bit, let me remember what I decided. A black to this one, and I'll show you the top. Okay. And I think I'm going to just use my pen. Oh, so I will leave this. So this is what they look like. Magnolia. And if anyone wants these, which I think this is a great investment in your crafting closet or crafting stash, just tell me in the comments. Okay, I'm going to do squiggle dot dot dot. Squiggle dot dot dot. Squiggle dot dot dot. Trying to decide which way do I want to go. Squiggle dot dot dot. Dot, dot, squiggle. And I don't make my squiggles all the same size. You don't need to. So if you wanted at this point, you could use a magnolia stencil that said something cute if you wanted over the top, and use either ink or chalk paste, but not paint. Chalk paste is not paint, just so you know, it's chalk. Like what your teacher used on the blackboard. Why am I painting really big squiggles for my pair of trios? Because I want to. And I think it looks super cute. And then I'm going to do a little bit of, on the orange, just a little bit of this. It just gives it a little bit of dimension. Okay, so that is that one. We may dry it. We'll see. Okay, this one is the polka dot. And so I'm going to do it kind of similar to this one with the squiggle dot dot dot. I do want these to kind of go together. I hope you understand that. And then I'm going to do these little bubble things. So I'll show you how that's done. You love the technical terms. Yes, I like to make up words, and then after a while they kind of become my words. And then, I don't know, then I start to hear other people talking about squiggle dot dot dot. And I'm like, it's cool. Okay, so let's do some squiggles. Dot, dot, dot. Squiggle. Dot, dot, dot. You can see how easy that is. These pens just are so awesome. And you can do more than squiggle and dots with them. That's just happens to be what I'm liking to do right now. All right, and I'm going to show you how to do the bubbles. Pick a side which way you want and do all of them the same side. In other words, you're going to do just like a little crescent moon kind of shape on the inside of your polka dots. I think it looks better, that's just my opinion, if you do them all on the same side. I tend to do them here on the right. It's like, I don't know, like a comma or like a little crescent moon or and there we go. Isn't that cute? And I have one more over here that is drying, which I will do squiggle dot 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 on it, but these three are going to go together. This one has a larger size polka dot. Okay, so let me get my dryer out and dry these, and then we'll let them sit for just a second, and I'm going to show you these tops, what we can do with those. Okay, where is the dryer? This is actually a heat gun, and it's from Magnolia. It is very nice if you're looking for one. Angela says she loves my hair. Thank you. I washed it today. A lot of times when I haven't washed it, I curl it. Just FYI. I think the squiggles give it character too. Okay, this is a good question I'm getting. I don't know if I have my multicolored pens organized, but okay, Magnolia does have a set of both chalk paste pens and ink pens that come with colors. I use these too. It has a white and a black and a gold. I don't think they have silver. And then it has some colors, red, pink, green, and blue, but it's the same idea exactly. So if you love these are the, that was the ink, these are the chalk paste. If you love this idea, you might want to, you know, grab them. Okay, well this is not all of them, but this is what I have handy in my drawer. These are chalk paste. And this is Crayola markers, so don't use those. I think those will run if there's a lot of humidity. And in the South, anyways, we get a ton of humidity. I'm going to let these sit for a minute while we work on the tops. But they're pretty cute, don't you think? And I would love to know, which one do you like better? Do you like the stripes or do you like the polka dots? Tell me in the comments. Okay, where can we put these? My craft room here is a complete disaster. I have this part kind of neat. That's the part you can see. The rest of it is, oh my goodness, it's a total disaster. Okay, so what I did for the tops was, again, I made another little pattern from computer paper, and I pinned it onto 2 thicknesses of this canvas deck, and I cut it out. And then I took this moss colored Waverly paint from Walmart in the craft section. It's acrylic paint. And I painted 1 coat. And we're going to actually decorate this one, but I just wanted you to see. The back's going to look cruddy, but it doesn't matter because it's going to get attached to the carrot. And it will have the backing. Okay, these are the 2 that I made before I came live so that I could show you the fun part. This one has black chalk paste polka dots. And this one has white chalk paste polka dots. And they're going to be so cute together. So we're going to get the pen out again, the black pen. And I think I'm going to continue on with the squiggle dot 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 and the bubble things. But you guys, if you're doing this, you're making this project, you know, do it in your style, in the colors that appeal to you. And if you don't like squiggle dot dot dot, then don't do it. But I love it. I just get tickled sometimes. Let's see. This really kind of looks like a cactus. What do you guys think? Okay, and I'm going to do the, oh, and I need to do the bubbles. I'm just going to do the ones, let me think. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to do the ones where and I will get close-up pictures. The squiggle dot 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 is what makes it. I agree 100%. So you need these. Okay, I could do the squiggle dot 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 on this one in white, but I think it'll look funny with the other one, so I'm going to just do it in black. I'm just looking. If it was going to go with a whole nother set of carrots, I might do it in white, but it'll look adorable. Easy peasy peasy peasy. well, let's try this one. And then we'll assemble a carrot. I'll show you how to do that. It's not hard. It's just like the other thing we did. Sort of dry. Yeah, I think it's fine. Okay, so if you're liking this project, then think about white bubble lines on the black one. Great idea. I'll do that. Consider sprinkling this video to your social media. I would appreciate that. I mean, everyone needs to know how to do squiggle dot dot dot, don't you think? I do. I'm going to leave the very bottom of it open to stuff just a little bit. And then I think this is going to probably have to be trimmed just a little bit because it did shrink just a teeny bit. Good enough. So if you're hopping on towards the end of this, thank you, Cindy, for the stars. I so appreciate that. If you're hopping on at the very end of this and it looks fun, when I'm all finished here, when I'm not live anymore, come back and watch it on replay. You can find all of my videos, and I have several thousand of them because I've been doing this for 4 years. Just search DiyDreaming either on Facebook or YouTube, and then just click on videos and it'll open up all the videos. And I do try to be pretty diligent about labeling all my videos so you can go back and, you know, look at something that I did a few years ago if you want. And I'll come back and pull the glue strings and everything off. Okay, let's do our carrot, and we're going to, I'm going to start out by gluing it right. Didn't need to do the dot 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 at the bottom, I guess, but oh well. Okay, where is the back of this carrot? I think that is it. Who's new? If you are new to DiyDreaming, you haven't seen me before, or you haven't seen very many of my videos, tell me in the comments so I can see your name. Because it's funny, after a while you feel like you start to get to know people. You're seeing their names all the time and reading what I read every comment. So don't say anything mean to me, please, because that hurts my feelings when people do that. But anyways, I feel like I start to get to know people. And so if you're new, say new in the comments so I can see you. What kind of glue am I using? That's a great question, Becky. It is, I'm using my fancy schmancy mini Surebonder Cool Shot. It was under $10. You can get these at Walmart, Hobby Lobby, pretty much any craft store. And I'm using the actual Sherbander glue sticks too. They're minis. You could use fabric glue if you, for example, were gluing something like a tea towel that would need to be washed. Then you probably would want to use the Sherbander actual fabric glue. But we're not going to ever wash these carrots. And the fabric glue is great, but here's the thing. It's a little bit more expensive than the regular glue, and also it's white. It's not clear. So I don't use the fabric glue from Sherbander or anything else unless I absolutely have to. Okay, I left the side of this open. I'm just going to start stuffing. And then this evening, or maybe tomorrow, depending on what's happening this afternoon, I will come back. I need to do a bunny rabbit. You know what? We did bunny rabbits last year. Let me grab those and I'll show them. Oh, they're so cute. And we'll definitely do more bunnies, for sure. For sure. Get this stuffed, and then I'm gonna grab these bunnies because they're right here. That was one of my favorite projects from last year. Okay, here are the bunnies and the eggs. Well, it's mostly eggs. And this particular arrangement has one bunny. Let's see if I can pull it out. This is blue and cream ticking. The back is just the canvas duck. Look at his little pom-pom tail. And I put a little bit of lace around this bunny's neck and put a button. And then, like this, for example, is the canvas duck cut in the shape of an egg. And then I used a magnolia stencil on here with blue ink. And the back is the blue ticking. So, I promise you, we will do lots of fun bunny things. We'll make bunny banners. We'll do all kinds of fun stuff. Okay, I need just a teeny bit more of my stuff and fluff. Then we're gonna glue it shut. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. I am pretty tickled with how these are turning out. And I tell you what, if you guys decide to make any of these carrot stuffies is what I'm calling them, carrot stuffy door hangers or carrot stuffy bowl fillers, I would love to see pictures of what you do. And I have a group set up just for that very thing, a place for us to share pictures of our crafts and to get tons of ideas. So if you haven't joined that yet, hop over and join it. It's called DiyDreaming, DIY. It's a completely free group. Is that the cutest thing ever or what? Oh my gosh. What do you guys think? Denise says she remembers when we did the rabbits. So this is going to look so cute with this one and with this one when it's dry and I doll it up. And I will get pictures. I'll doll up the top of this other thing, but this one's probably gonna go on this one, or it may go on the other one. I don't know. We'll have to see. But anyway, so these were the 2 carrots that we did today. Let me clean off this right here for just 1 second. In case anyone wants to screenshot, I can't stand doing things to look messy. There we go. But I will get pictures, and I'll put them here in the comments later tonight or early tomorrow. And I'll also just do a separate post with this. So, okay, just to wrap it up. If you loved these squiggles and dots, then you definitely need a set of these pins, and I can help you out with that. Just say link, and I'll get you a direct link to these ones. And you can, while you're there, if you want, you can look at all the colored ones too. But you won't have to hunt them down. So just say link and I'll get that for you. And there's so many different fun things that you can do with these. If you've been watching DiyDreaming for any amount of time, you know that I use them all the time. So just say link. And then doing this. Let me fix my camera. It's chopping my head off. Okay. Do it this. That's a thumb. Or this, that's a heart. Or say something in the comments. Look to see if you've liked and followed this page, DiyDreaming. Amazingly, a lot of people are not likers or followers of this page, and they probably assume that they are. And they may go a month or longer not seeing anything that I'm doing. People send me messages all the time and say, are you not crafting anymore? I'm like, yes, I am. I'm crafting every day. But Facebook doesn't serve my videos to people if they haven't liked and followed the page or interacted, which is, this is what this business or saying something to me in the comments is all about. And also there's a place where you can turn on your notifications. Finally, one last thing, and then I'll quit talking. Well, two, sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. And then the other thing is you can sign up for text alerts, and I will send you a text a couple minutes before I go live. And I usually try to explain what it will be about so you can decide if you want to watch. I will put a picture of that phone number because I don't have it in my brain memorized yet. I'll put a picture with that number. You have to send a text to that number. I can't sign anyone up for it. Lucinda says she loves the text alerts. Oh, thank you. I can't promise that I will remember 100% of the time. I think I remember about 95%. But anyways. Oh, Sue, you're so nice. She says I'm so talented and very original or different or unique or kind of weird. Okay, guys, thanks so much for joining me. Thank you so much for all those stars. I can't wait to go sit down and read everything that you guys have said and see who was here. If you have any questions, can you see the hearts behind me? Sure. Where did they go? Okay, these ones were some other stuffies that we made maybe 10 days ago. With this adorable stencil. It's the same process exactly. This is paint, okay, and then this is ink and a stencil, and these are squiggles and dots. But this stencil that says XOXO y'all is so super cute. So we made these, and then we made these little teeny bowl fillers just recently too. So I promise I won't do only these kind of projects. I do try to mix it up. We'll probably do a wood or a jewelry or something different tomorrow. And then I hope you'll join me on Sunday for Crafts and Crafting. That's my favorite day of the week, my favorite day of crafting, and oh gosh, I would so love to have you there. Can you buy one of the pillows? No, but if you watch the video, you'll know how to make it. So that's really the purpose of this page, DiyDreaming, is to show you, to teach you, to give you the things to do, not to do, tell you where to get supplies so that you can make it. No, I'm sorry, Paula, I can't make you one, but you can make it, I promise. Okay. Have a wonderful day. Do I do jewelry? Yeah, occasionally. Let me show you one cute thing. We decoupaged these wood earrings with these adorable owl napkins several months ago. And we made some super cute leather cuffs. And then I've done crochet beaded necklaces. I like to do a little bit of everything. I am a jack of all trades, a master of none. So can I demonstrate how to do a bunny? Yes, I will. Absolutely. Probably sometime in the next month and a half. I'm going to try not to rush into Easter because it isn't even Valentine's Day yet. Or St. Patrick's Day. Or spring, really. So, oh, thanks, Denise. Alrighty, guys. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you.